Okay, wake up. It's time for Hooke's Law and periodic motion.
You're gonna irritate her next week. Come on, Brian. Come on. We don't
We
have
learned
all
about that.
No, we don't learn about that law. Never add an R onto Hooke's Law. Oh, it's these people in the front row. They're
Yeah, it's all Brienne.
no, it's not a pirate joke.
Yes, it's all me.
It's okay, you're young and innocent. I appreciate that.
Who's young and innocent?
It's not pirate. It's hook. It made sense. Like, if you put the R before the pirate joke.
Oh, R, a pirate. I get it. Okay, like with Hook. I get it.
It makes so much sense.
I love that. That's a whole nother level. Anyways, moving on with Hooke's Law. Hook, a more dignified law. Yes, him saying his thing about Captain Hook. Unless you want me to delete it.
No.
Okay. It's there. Okay, property of an object or material. Okay, so elasticity, not a very technical definition, but I think it makes sense. It's the property of something to have a tendency to return to its original shape. So if you stretch it, it's going to pull back. And if you compress it, it's going to push back. And it's always a resistance to change. Like most people. It is, like philosophical. Always acts as a resistance to change. So compressions push back to try and get back to the regular long length if it's a spring, and extensions try to get back to the regular short length if it's a spring. Okay? And we're only going to deal with these compression and extension springs. We should say that there's two types of springs out there, because we're going to generally speak about springs. Two types of springs. Well, there's actually three, but the third type is just a combination of the two. Extension springs and compression springs. Oh yes, you're right. Well, I guess we're focusing on linear springs. You're right, there are torsion springs as well. We're going to focus on the linear springs. There's also deflection springs. So that would be like a ruler that you twang on the edge of your desk, right? So there's a few other things, but the ones we're going to focus on, I should say, are, you take a ruler and you go twang.
Jimmy is twanging.
Yeah, Jimmy is twanging.
Oh.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's a twanging ruler. Anyway, extension. Well, you might call it a deflection spring. All right, a bendy spring. Extension springs and compression springs. Quick. Of these two, which one's a bungee cord?
Extension.
Yeah. Bungee. Of these two, which one is car shocks? Maybe, assuming that they're not pneumatic types, but yeah, if they're springy types, car shocks. Can you think of another example of an extension spring? That. What's that? The spring above my head? Okay, what would we call that?
A spring. Oh, a slinky.
Oh, a slinky is an extension spring. That's true. Slinky. Yeah, you can't compress it any more than the way it is in the box when it comes out.
Unless you want to break it.
Yeah, unless you want to break it. What about a compression spring? What's another example of a compression spring? Can you think of one? Yeah? A what? Oh, bed springs. I like it.
Is a trampoline stuff with springs? Because it's like
Yeah, trampoline springs actually they are. It's kind of a funny kind of extension springs because they're all around in a circle, but they do extend when you bounce.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's when the force
It's
is
so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you could also talk about pogo sticks. Those are compression springs
Let's
too.
get a physics trampoline.
Let's get a physics trampoline. We'll put it right outside the window. It'd be the quickest way to get out in the afternoon
Yes.
for me.
When the grades
Don't do that ever. That's bad.
No, when the grades come for the tour, we can have someone jump out the window.
Yeah, for the grade 8 tour.
Yeah, just give them
The crash man. Oh my gosh, physics is so hard.
Lucas the lawn jumped up through the into the cloud. I remember that.
All right, I'm gonna